Hello all, this is Tarachand and welcome to SAP Production Planning and S4 HANA 1909 PP Simplification Training. So maybe you guys many times heard about the material requirement planning, MRP. This is the big engine in SAP, and on that engine SAP has get a big height. So what is that MRP basically? So if you are a consultant, you should be in the position to answer that kind of question. What is MRP? MRP is not just material requirement planning and done. Okay, you should be able to answer what exactly MRP does in system and what are the different things. So before going to MRP topic, we will just step behind one step, because in our session maybe we have some people who are new to SAP, who are new to even the practices. Business processes also. So I'll just quickly explain how actually the production happens in the system, and then how your MRP plays a role over there. Let's say this is my company, or this is one of my manufacturing plant, right? And in that manufacturing plant, I do have some storage locations. Okay, so let's say I have one storage location for a raw material. Or I'll check whether that PPT is there. I'll directly explain it from there. Okay, that's fine, it's there. Okay, let's say I have one production plant. In that production plant, I'm having raw material, one production line, and one finished material store. So ideally, the vendor will supply the raw material. That material will be issued to the production line, and production people will manufacture that product and it will sell it to customer. So this is the ideal, the manufacturing process. But in actually, it doesn't work like that. Any vendor cannot come directly and give it the material to you without any information or without anything. So planning will happen in some opposite way. So we may have a different departments in the system, like sales department. Sorry, one is the sales department, production department, purchase department. Production department will be take care about all production processes. Sales department will check what are the different sales orders coming from the customer, and purchase department will be checking what are the different raw materials we need to purchase from the vendor, right? So the actual process will be happen in this way. Customer will come to the salesperson and will say, okay, this many materials for this quantity, I need this material on this date, right? Then this salesperson will check whether this finished material is already available in our stock or not. If not, then it will go and ask production guys to start the production. Now the production guys are already working on some of the other production. They cannot simply start the new incoming sales order production. They cannot commit like whether they want to commit. They need to check whether their capacity is available, whether raw materials is available, right? So they are checking the raw materials is available or not. They come to know, okay, raw materials also there is a shortage. Then they will go to the purchase department and they will ask purchase department to get the raw material from vendor. Then only I can start my production. So the actual process will be happening this way. Okay. Now, why MRP comes over there? Now, let's say I'm having thousands of customers and I'm having thousands of different finished product. To produce that different finished product, I'm having a different bill of material, and there are hundred thousands of raw materials, right? So every time when customer is coming, any salesperson cannot go and check the stock, and he will check like whether he can fulfill the requirement or not, right? It's not that ideal. That even is highly impossible, and that's the reason we are looking for the solution from ERP. Now SAP came up and SAP say, okay, we have one solution for that. We have one planning engine that is called material requirement planning engine. So what is that? We need to do the calculation like that way. Okay, let's say when customer is coming up, there are a sales order. They are coming with sales orders, delivery dates and quantity. If there is a no customer sales order, production people will look into their last year forecast, right? Production forecast, sales forecast, and they can start your own production also with plan independent requirement. So these are the different kind of demands in the system that we need to look into. Also, there are already running some plan orders and production orders in the system, as well as there are some raw materials, purchase requisitions and PO that purchase department has already sent to the vendor, and vendor is supposed to supply the material to us. So these kind of situations are there. Also, we have some raw material stock or finished material stock available in the system. So when we are planning to do the calculation manually is highly impossible. For that, SAP MRP engine is there. What SAP MRP engine will do, SAP MRP engine will check the demands. What are the different demands for different products? It will check what are the different plan order and production orders are coming. It's called as a reservations. It also checks what are the different purchase requisitions, purchase orders for raw materials which are already sent to the vendor, and also it will check what is our current stock situation. Based on that, system do the calculation, and it will say, okay, the customer demand is for 100 pieces. We have already 5 pieces available here. This many more raw materials are coming here, but we are already having some production orders running of 5 pieces. So 10 pieces that we can definitely, sell it to customers. Still, we are having a shortage of 90. So this MRP engine will do the calculation of everything, and it will calculate the shortages. Based on the shortages, yes, this MRP engine will tell you whether we need to, create a purchase requisition for that material or plan order. If there is a raw material shortages, then system will create a purchase requisition. Further, that purchase requisition will be converted to production purchase order, and that will be sent to the vendor. If there is a shortage in the manufactured material, in-house manufactured material, system will create a plan order for that. Then further, that plan order will be converted into production order. And as I discussed in the curriculum, there is a production order execution process like production order confirmation, goods issue, goods receipt, and all that things will happen. And then we will come to know, okay, this many finished product has been manufactured. Once that manufactured material is available in the stock, we can sell it to the customer. Now the question is, like, customer is raising continuously, requirements to the sales department, and there are continuous. These are very, dynamic situation. Continuously stocks is changing, and we at any point in time, if I'm running MRP, system will give me the result only for that point in time, right? So that's the reason we called SAP MRP is a strategy. As must know, we used to run SAP MRP in the night time only, because there are some performance issue. It slows down the system. So if I'm running this in the daytime, it may impact on your day-to-day transactions. So now I'll ask the same question what I asked you earlier. What is MRP? So now I can be able to answer the question. Okay, MRP is the planning engine which considers my sales forecast, sales order, purchase requisition, my receipts. Receipts means my plan order, production order quantities, PO quantities. Also, it checks the stock and it gives me the shortages. Based on that, it will give me the procurement proposals. Now, this is at a very layman language, okay? So at a layman language, if you are trying to define the MRP, MRP is nothing but it's an engine for a material requirement planning, which ensures you the right material at a right quantity, at right time, at right place should be available. Okay, then what actually happens in the background when MRP is running? Technically or logically, what exactly happens? If you look into the technical, I just want to add one more. Yeah. So technically what happened, whenever there is such a demand or any plan order or any new, new kind of requirements coming, SAP used to update this material in a planning file entry. That means SAP come to know, okay, for that material, we need to run the MRP. Then SAP checks all the stocks, open purchase requisition, plan order, sales order. Based on that, it calculates the net requirement calculation. It's nothing but net requirement calculation. What is the stock? What is the requirement? Plus minus, what is the proposals? Then SAP technically check, okay, for this material, if I'm having a requirement of 100, what should be my lot sizing calculation? Like whether I should create only one production order for 100 or whether I should create 10 different production orders of 10 quantities. So this is nothing but the lot size calculation. Then this MRP engine will start scheduling it. What is the scheduling? Customer has asked the finished product, let's say on a 20th of this month, right? So if I need to fulfill this customer requirement on 20th, at what stage I need to start my production? That is nothing but the scheduling. So it will calculate what is the production planning and production, manufacturing times. Then it will check, okay, for that raw material, what is the lead time to come up in the plant? Based on that, system will say, okay, the requirement is on 27, you can start our production on 24th, so that in 2 days you will manufacture, and the raw material has to purchase on 18th, because I am having 2 days of lead time for that raw material. This way, system will do the scheduling and throw out the procurement proposals. And finally, in a technical language, system will explore the bill of material. This MRP engine will explore the bill of material. Now, this calculation is happening only for finished materials first. Then it will go to the below level and it will check, okay, what are the different raw materials over there? What are the different semi-finished materials over there? For that, also system will do that kind of calculation. Now, this engine, MRP engine, was already with SAP since when SAP was there in R3, in ECC R3 also, and but why SAP came up to a new solution that is called MRP Live. So there are some drawbacks in the SAP MRP. To run the SAP, our classic MRP, we have different kind of transactions, that is MD01, MD02, or MD03, that kind of transaction. But there are some issues or disadvantages. So what are these disadvantages that we will highly check here? Like we have in SAP ECC, there are some performance issues. Also there, because of that performance issue, we need to run that MRP in the night time, as I told you. So the results are static. So at the night time, what is the stock situation on that system is giving you the purchase equation quantity, right? But in a daytime or after the MRP run, if somebody is doing changes, or if somebody is planning and doing the production, that your purchase equation quantity which has been proposed by MRP is not idle. So these kind of issues are there. Also after the MRP, the results which are coming from the MRP are too much complicated, and normal user or even experienced user also not able to identify what MRP has planned and what is the output, what should be the output. So also we cannot run this MRP for a multiple plant and multiple material at a time. The facility in MD01 and these kind of transactions, we can run our MRP for one plant and only one plant, that's it. If you want to run, if I'm having let's say 2 to 3 manufacturing plant, I want to run the MRP, I need to run this MRP 3 times. So these kind of issues are there. So if we are not able to run this MRP for a multiple plants, we need to create a scope of planning also. So that kind of issues or disadvantages are there in MRP. So SAP started to look some good and scalable solution for that. But there are some performance issues in the MRP. This is because of your database. So if your database is that one, you cannot do anything for that. Hence, SAP come up with a new database. It's called SAP S/4HANA. And the guys who are from our last session, they must aware about how SAP has did the performance. Resolve the performance issue by database modifications and all that. So SAP improved the performance by changing the database to HANA, and then once that database is good or high enough, its performance is like shoot like anything, then at this time we are able to run our MRP at any point in time. Earlier in the MRP, it used to take 2 to 4 hours to run, right? But now it took only 10 minutes. That kind of performance has been shoot up. So this is the kind of real-time calculation is started. And for a complicated results and monitoring, we were having MD04, MD05, that kind of transaction. SAP came up with very good Fury applications. Hence, now with this MD01 and live, we will be able to run our MRP with multiple plant and multiple materials at a time. You no need to create a scope of planning and that kind of things. So these kind of modifications SAP has created here. We already running out of time, I guess. I just want to show you the glimpse about how it look like. Okay, the Fury applications and this thing which is there. Let me show you. I'll log into this. Yeah. Here you can see SAP S/4HANA GUI, as well as we have a Fury applications available also. Yeah, this is the Fury application. So I'll quickly show you what kind of MRP advanced applications are there the guys who already know about SAP, they must know how we are supposed to, do the plan independent requirement by MD61 and these things. SAP come up with very beautiful applications like maintain plan independent requirements, right? So let's say this is my finished material and there is a demand that I want to push the demand. You can just click it here and you can edit it, or you can double click here. It will give you this kind of, page where you can directly go and edit the demand. Like let's say in month of June, July, and August, I'm having this 100, 200, and 400. Let's say I need one more 100, or I'll put like 101, so that 111. Okay, in month of September, and just save it. So it will save this demand in the system. It's very beautiful and good application. If you go to MD04 for the same material, I'll quickly show you how it do. This is my plan TJ01, and let's say this is the 111 demand that I have been placed, right? So this is one thing. Now I'll show you how MRP look likes in our ECC, and what is the different thing available in S/4HANA. As you know, MRP run, we used to run by MD01 transaction. This is ECC MRP. We do have MD01N, that is MRP Live. Let's see. Yeah. So you can easily identify the difference. Like in MRP run, I'm able to give only one plant and run the MRP. So system will run all the materials within this plant. But SAP S/4HANA gave us a option to run MRP with multiple plant, and we do have an option to give the material as a selection. If within that specific plant we want to run the material MRP for specific materials, that also it is possible. So these kind of new features are coming up in a SAP MRP Live. Although we are able to run MRP for multiple plants, and this still MRP Live performance is good because SAP had changed the database, right? So we, in our training session, we will deeply look into the these points. Before that, I would like to show you how actually MRP runs and how results. You can see the monitor the results. Let's say I am running the MRP in SAP S/4HANA. It's very simple as compared to earlier things. You can just go to the MRP job and you can place plus. The same kind of screens are there. Now let's say you need to give your plant, for which plant you want to run MRP, for which material you want to run MRP. I'm saying, okay, for TJ01 plant, I want to run MRP for all the materials, okay, all the BOM components and all that things. Just simply do this and schedule your job. Like it is there in immediately start means system will run your MRP as immediately. Check and schedule. I'm just clicking on schedule. System has done the MRP. If you check the output of the results, here is the output. You can see, okay, SAP MRP has planned this many materials in the plant. Now let's go back and check whatever the demand which we have given to that plant for that material, how it look likes in a SAP S/4HANA Fiori application. So there are different application, monitor coverage, net segment, this kind of application. This is same like MD04, but is really advanced one. Okay, you can see there is a finished material and there is something, colorful things are there, and you need to understand what is the meaning of that colorful. It's showing there is a shortage. This red means shortage of the material. How we need to look into that? We can just select the material and go to the manage material. Okay, here system will give you the same kind of MD04 screen which we have in ECC, but it's a little bit different. Okay, and any user can be easily read like, okay, the stock is 20, right? On 1st and 10th of June, I was having a demand for 110 quantity. So my first shortage, it is showing me in a red. First shortage, because today's date is 13th, right? So we have already delayed this production by 9 days or 10 days. Here in the left side, you can see FG is showing 10 days overdue. Or this one also, it shows the 10 days overdue. But if you go to here, let's say there is one more demand which we have placed, 111 quantity, right? So for that demand, system has created a plan order because we are looking for material to be available on 1/1. System has created the plan order. So it's showing me in a plus. So there is no delay. If I can start my production, there is no delay. Now to look these applications or this kind of jobs, we do have very good chart view also. If you click here, it will show you an analytical view. And if you explore that kind of application, you will be very easily, see what is there. Like, let's say today's date is 13th. On 1st of the June, I was having demand of 100, but that time I was having a stock of 20. So the shortage is with minus 20. It is showing me in a red of minus 20. Then again, 10th of June, I was having a demand of 10 quantity. So this 80 plus this 10 equal to 90. So on 10th of June, I was having a shortage of 90 quantity. And then when I run MRP today, just now, system is saying, okay, today you can start your production on 15th and you can fulfill this demand. So it's coming up with a blue color. If you go ahead and you look into this, okay, on 1st July, demand was with 200, system has created one plan order of 200. So this is very beautiful and nice applications. SAP S/4HANA 1909 has been provided. So as I said, we are supposed to do our training on SAP S/4HANA 1909 servers. Hence, we are supposed to run all the cycles, everything on a Fiori applications majorly. Okay, thank you guys. Thanks for your time. Thanks for joining the session. Good day, good night. Bye-bye.